Hey YouTube compadres, yeah, I apologize for not doing another bathroom video right quick, but I'm changing the plugs and wires on this thing. I already loosened those, of course. They shouldn't just come off that easy. But yeah, I found out that like two of these plugs are actually loose, and they had a tune-up about 50,000 miles ago from the dealer. And interestingly, some of the plugs loosened up, but I took them out and they look kind of worn anyway. So I gotta do is take all this apart here. This windshield wiper stuff here. Take this assembly out because you can't really get to the plugs on this side of the engine on this minivan here, 3.3. Or you could put it on jack stands and try to reach around the engine, but I said I don't feel like laying underneath this thing. It's 92 degrees out, and I don't know, squeezing under here, not too good. So I'm gonna take this off. So it's just one of those things. Gotta do what you gotta do. But I thought that was interesting that you have to take all that off to get like around this engine here, because I can't reach around it. So anyway, that's about it there. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, there's one of the plugs I took out of the back, and all this shroud stuff is off here, all the windshield wiper stuff. I'm putting the new plugs in. Oh, by the way, all the plugs were loose in this engine. I guess the dealer didn't put them in tight enough, but they're all pretty loose. Some of them you just take out with your fingers, so no wonder it had no power going up hills and whatnot. And this is a non-monkey way of putting the plugs in. Use yourself a torque wrench. 28 Newton meters. And I think that's like 21 foot-pounds. Don't quote me, but I'm putting them at 28 Newton meters. And you just do it till it clicks. There it is. 28 Newton meters, man. Yeah, I just wanted to mention, since it's such a pain to do these, get yourself some nice new wires, and get some premium wires and put them on when you do the plugs. No sense of reusing the wires, because if you damage a wire trying to pull it apart and put a break in the wire, you might as well put new wires on. I got these wires here at Rock Auto. It's a good set, and special deal, 17 bucks for the set. And this is 7mm good wires. These are very good wires. OEM Plus performance wires for 17 bucks for the 6 wires. That's a pretty good deal. Get yourself some dielectric grease for the wire boots. Put some on a Q-tip. And just apply it inside the boot. You don't need a lot. That protects the boot, and it makes it last longer. And it makes it easier to get the boots off if you want to take them off. Basically, you do wires one at a time, put them on the plug, and you push it till it clicks. There it goes. Man, that's cool. And you make sure it goes inside the little clip over here, if there is one. Then you plug it into the coil pack over here, where it's supposed to go over here. Coil pack. Let's kind of get it in there. There it goes, snapped in. And just do it for the other 5. Just start with the longest ones first. Yeah, I'm just going to say, you push them into the wire looms here, so it makes it nice and neat. And you want to make sure they're not touching any hot exhaust manifolds, which they're not. While you're at it, replace or service the PCV valve, because it's easier to get to with all the shit off of here. And I would recommend get the one from the dealer. I don't know what it costs, $8 or something. The aftermarket's like $5, but I read that this is kind of critical. You want to get the right flow through these things and have check ball work and all that correctly. So get the one from the dealer. Put the hose back on, I ordered another hose. This is kind of brittle, so I got a new one coming in. So there you go. Time to start it up. Okay, I'm going to reach in and start this bad mama jama up here. Sounds smooth. Sounds pretty good. Sounds really good. Take it for a test drive, and that's it. That's how you do plugs and wires and screw in a PCV valve all in one time. Take it easy. Have a great day. Bye. Okay, I'm going to resume the spark plug operation here. What I do is I had struts put in this thing because this strut was bad on the right side. That kind of makes sense that the one on the right might fail faster than the one on the left because it's probably more ruts and stuff on the right side of the road. Could be. But anyway, 130,000 on original struts. That one was bad. The one on the left was still good. Go figure. But I had the struts put in, and that was a good time because I had all the windshield wiper decking and shroud assembly taken off. So now I got to continue and put the thing back together because I didn't show how to take it apart, but showing how it goes together is about the same thing. See, that way you can just do the reverse and take it apart. So I'm going to replace this hose because it's pretty dry rotted and brittle, and it's easier to do it now, so I got a new one. Okay, for the 2002 Dodge Grand Caravan 3.3 liter V6 flex motor, probably the same for the regular 3.3. The part number is 04781252AA. There's the rest of the label with the location number here, and this is the right part. Yeah, I just want to point out when you put a wrench on here, you put it on the base, not on this part. Put it on the base to tighten it. So I got that tight. I didn't show it, but it was tough getting a wrench in there, but I got it tight, so that's good. Now I'm gonna put the hose on. See, the reason I had to get this molded hose is because this end is wider than that end for the OD, and you know, that's just how they made it, so you got to buy the part. And I'm just doing this because all the windshield wiper stuff off is easy to get to, so I might as well do it now. You could probably do it without the washer, with the windshield stuff still connected, but it's going to be like a lot harder to put it on. This is hard to get it on no matter what. Look at this. Get on there. Okay, got it on there. Got it on there. It looks nice. Now to put all this stuff back together. Yeah, you want to clean this this windshield here. Might as well down here while it's all apart, because you can't clean it when, look at this. You can't clean it when it's together. There's a little bit of water on there. Let's clean this bottom part of the windshield here. The tubes are tricky to get in, so you want to do it when this whole top piece is angled down a little bit. Then once you get the piece in, then you can pick it up, put it in the right position. Here's the assembly here. What I did was I put lithium grease in here. Maybe I put a little too much, but I just squirted it in where the pivot points are for the wiper mechanism here. So maybe I didn't have to use that much, but I got it in there. That one's a little worn, but I'm gonna live with it. When I took it apart, I took the top nuts off and I took these nuts off too. I thought it made it easier to take out. So what I'm doing is putting these 14mm nuts back on here. I also want to point out you got two of these things. And these bolts go into the body down here. There's one on each side. So you want to get those in too. Here's the other bolt hole over here on the driver's side. Goes down in there. It attaches to the car body. And you gotta tighten those in. But conversely, you have to take them out. So they're kind of hidden, and that's where they are. You also have two more body bolts. There's one down in here. It goes into the body here, right in the middle of the mechanism. And there's another body bolt here that goes, it's more like to the right of that one, but it's still in the middle. So you can back up here. You see where the location is? So you gotta put those in too. Those body bolts are also 14 millimeter. Tying up these nuts, these are 10 millimeter. Okay, you got to reattach the wiper motor connector. Snap it together and push this thing back in. There you go. And push this away somewhere. Actually, you know what? That actually hooks right here. Let's see how they did that. Here it is, look. That thing actually, this connector actually slides onto the back of this thing here. And I put the camera. Okay, I was wrong there. It actually pushes on. It actually snaps on. So that's on tight now. That's good. It's good. It's all good. Oh, by the way, this little release thing was broken. So if you want to take this clip off, this connector apart, you push this thing that way, and then there's supposed to be a thing that you press here. You press that, and that's the release, but it's broken, so I had to get it out like another way, like kind of use this screwdriver and lift up on the tang. But if your connector is good, you press on that and that releases it after you do the safety here. And this whole thing plugs back on, just pushes onto the retainer. Okay, so here's the shroud, or whatever you want to call it. You make sure the weather stripping is pushed down there all the way, and it's time to reinstall to the car. Oh yeah, the washer tube, yeah, this is like a little grommet. That sticks right through there on this base assembly. Then the hose connects right there once you stick it through the hole and the grommet and all that good stuff. You also have 4 of these star or these point screws that go in here. You got 4 of these, and that hold it in. So conversely, if you want to take it apart, you take those 4 star or those point screw things out. Okay, after you get those T25s torqued in, and you just got to put these wiper arms back on. So they kind of go on something like this. Now I separated them. I gave it a little more separation because with these oversized blades, they were kind of hitting a little bit, and that's what like the wife had put on. And these oversized blades here, they have a tendency to slap around a little bit. That's what they put on at the auto store. The wife had them put on, and I kind of separated the blades a little bit so they don't whack each other when they go back and forth. So that's how I put mine. You can put yours a little different if you want. And then you have these caps on here. Cap basically covers the nut, so you just kind of carefully get it in there, and you close it down, pop it on. Now this other cap here was broken, This one was busted, so I got a new one. And for the driver's side, the cap is this number here. Let's see if I get that in focus. It's a 1-04897777AB, made in USA. So here's a nice new nut cap, and looks pretty good compared to all the other stuff that's faded. Just kind of put that in there, kind of jams in there like that, jams in. You just pop it on. There you go, brand new cap. Of course all this other stuff's discolored, but at least I got a brand new cap on there. So anyway, that's it. That's the job. Spark plugs. Hey, take it easy, friends. Bye. I just wanted to mention, it's a little odd hour to make a video, but I forgot to mention something. You see this here, this nut here? Well, and this whole arm, this fits on what they call as a spline shaft. It's kind of tapered, like my finger, and there's splines on it, like ridges. And then the splines inside of here fit on the splines of the shaft. And then it holds it on, but holds it on when you tighten the nut, and it gets tight. And you could adjust the angle of this by putting it on the spline shaft. But what I wanted to have in this dissertation here is that when you want to take this arm off, you take this nut off, and you want to like take this arm off, but what you got to use, and it's very important, is use like a gear puller, or use a two-prong puller. And I had it here, but I can't show you because, see, what happened was is that I borrowed the battery terminal puller, which works perfect. I borrowed it from the guy that lives on that house over there, and it's Joey Bag of Donuts lives there, and he keeps very odd hours. I don't want to bug him too much, if you know what I'm saying, but he has like the odd hours. He's a nice guy, but he's kind of businessy. He's in, it's like different kind of hours he's working, and but I borrowed the battery terminal puller from him, so it grips like this, and then you tighten it down like on that little stud in the middle, and boom, pops right off. And that's how you take these arms off. Anyway, that's it, folks. Have a great day. Bye.